Hey folks, as a South African whose family has been here for generations, as well as a journalist who tries to report on the current situation in this country as factually and objectively as I can, it seems that I make people on both sides of the argument angry and that I simply can't win. When I talk about the escalating social tensions in this country, the supporters of radical black political leaders will simply tell me that I'm lying and making it all up because I'm racist. And on the other hand, white people and Afrikaners in particular will be angry at me because they don't feel that I'm being blunt enough about the things that happen here. So it seems that just by trying to remain balanced, I make enemies on both sides. So I'm going to be as clear as I can about what my position is with regard to the current facts of the South African situation. By the very strictest definition of genocide, one is not currently occurring in South Africa. That does not mean that I don't believe one might very well be on the way. When we define genocide, there are multiple factors that go into what causes such an event to take place. For example, the phenomenon of dehumanization, as in one group of people talking about another group of people as if their human dignity and even their safety don't matter. I think it's very clear to anyone who knows anything about what's going on in South Africa right now that we've already met the standard of dehumanization well and truly. If you know anything about South Africa, then you will have seen the various clips of Julius Malema repeatedly chanting, "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer," in stadiums full of supporters. Now, him and his defenders in the media, both internationally and locally, are very fond of claiming that when he chants, "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer," that's not meant to be taken literally, and that what he actually wants to kill is the so called system of oppression. In reality, we know that this is bullshit. There's no other word for it. It is bullshit. Because if you honestly believe that every one of those supporters, when he fills the stadium with 20 or 30,000 people, truly thinks that chanting "kill the Boer, kill the farmer" is just a metaphor about systems of oppression and not a direct instruction to kill actual people. If you believe that, you're an idiot or a liar. Secondly, just because I say that a genocide, as most strictly defined, is not currently taking place, that does not mean I deny the reality of targeted violence against white and particularly Afrikaans farmers in South Africa. As a journalist, and also having worked in emergency services, I've come into direct contact and worked on cases involving farm attacks and farm murders. And I'm here to tell you that the violence that takes place during those attacks is more than just what you'd see in an ordinary robbery. It seems, in many cases, that the entire point of those attacks is to cause as much fear, pain, and suffering as possible. Now, the ANC and its allies in corporate media have made the argument that farm attacks are simply part of South Africa's normal crime rate and that they shouldn't be focused on because more black people die every year. That may be true, in that more black people die every year. But let's be frank, most or the highest number of black people being killed are being killed by other blacks. By and large, white people have nothing to do with that. Furthermore, as I said, many of these farm attacks have nothing to do with material theft or robbery. The point is pain, suffering, and death. These are real, and I know this because I have personal experience in the field. So people can call me a liar if they want. I don't care. I know what's true because I've seen it and I've read the reports from witnesses as to the violence that was done to themselves and their families. So, no, a genocide is not currently taking place. But the fact is, we are right on the edge. And one of the reasons we are right on the edge is that South Africa's economy, due to incompetent and corrupt ANC leadership for the past 30 years, has failed. Something close to 45% of South Africa's population now rely on government welfare payments to survive. That's an estimated 28 million. And if you don't believe me, you can look that up for yourself. I'm not just pulling that number out of nowhere. Look it up yourself. And so we are now currently right at the point where something like a genocide could happen. And when I say genocide, I mean genocide by its strictest definition, as in open violence and murder against white people as authorized and supported by the state. Those are the facts of the South African situation as I see them, and if you don't like it, that's just too damn bad. I hope that I have now put to rest any doubt among my white viewers that I don't believe the situation is as serious as it is. I hope that this has been of some use to you. Look after yourselves, take care of each other, and for now, farewell.